There's a brand new effect in CS5 or inside of Camera Raw with CS5, and it's called grain. You'll find it in the effects panel. Now, here's the thing. Don't feel like you're going to use grain on every photo. It's interesting because with the new noise reduction, which we talked about in another video, Adobe's given us a killer way to reduce noise. Well, they've also given us a way to add a lot of that graininess right back into the photo. So you take away and you also give it right back. But things like exposure, those exposure, white balance, recovery, fill light, blacks, these are things we're going to do on all of our photos. Grain is not something you're going to do on all of them. It works great if you want to convert to a black and white. Just go to HSL, convert to a black and white, and you can add your grain. But we're going to take it a different way here. We're going to go with kind of a 70s look. I'm going to crank up my clarity. We're going to go to our HSL, and I'm going to reduce the red saturation, and I'm going to reduce the blue saturation because we're going for that 70s look. It looks great with water and sky if you take away the saturation there. We go to split toning, and I'm going to add a little bit of a golden color to the highlights, and then I'm going to go add a little bit of a greenish color into the shadows here. And now you can see it really start to shape up. That's before, that's after, and that's got that really just kind of old feeling, that old 70s look kind of a style to it. This is perfect for grain. So you go to your effects. The amount slider, it's literally how much grain do you want? You want a little bit of grain? You want more? And I'll zoom in for you here. Do you want some more grain? Or do you want a whole lot of grain? All right. I usually keep it somewhere about a third of the way, right around 25 to 30. I usually don't want too much if I add the effect, which honestly, I don't add the effect that much. I'm not a big fan of it, but some people love this stuff. Size. Do you want tiny little specks or do you want grain that looks a little bit larger? All right, so again, I keep this setting pretty low, the bottom third or so. And then roughness says, do you want your grain to be very rough, which is basically like little pixels, little sharp pixels. And I'll zoom in for you here. And you can see every little pixel of grain, or do you want it to be less rough, I guess you can call it, which is just blurring those little pixels so that they're not just one little pixels, but they're little clumps here and there. Again, this is a setting I keep somewhere in the lower 1/3. All right, so we can back out here, and it really back out a little bit more, but it really is it's the perfect effect for something that you're trying to make look a little bit older here. All right, and you can see that's before, and then that's after. So again, don't feel like you have to do it on every photo. If you're a fan of that grainy, old-fashioned style type of an effect, then now you've got a way to add it right here inside of Camera Raw, but it doesn't mean just because it's there, it doesn't mean that you have to start using it on every single photo.